Tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari addresses Economic Forum on Energy and Climate Change. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo calls for more U.S. support to tackle terrorism. Plus, updates from the world of sports. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Channel 12 News at 7. I am Yemi Dalemo. Nigeria has resolved to adopt a long-term low-emission development strategy as process of transition from fossil fuel to clean energy, describing it as a critical pathway towards safeguarding its economic growth. President Muhammadu Buhari announced this while addressing the Major Economics Forum on Energy and Climate Change hosted virtually by the U.S. President Joe Biden. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
The forum was convened by President Joe Biden to galvanize action that will strengthen energy security, enhance the resilience of global food security, and tackle climate crisis. These actions, described as more urgent, are in response to the Russia-Ukraine war, which disrupted energy markets, strained economies with rising prices, and threatened vulnerable countries with severe food shortages.
Russia's war in Ukraine is worsening food insecurity, in part due to the skyrocketing price of fertilizer. We have to work together to mitigate the immediate fallout of this crisis. So today, the United States is launching a new global fertilizer challenge. Let's aim to raise at least $100 million toward increasing fertilizer efficiency.
President Muhammadu Buhari described the event as crucial to the well-being of national economies as well as their continued existence on the planet. Restating Nigeria's commitment to climate action, the president explained that the country's updated nationally determined contribution is focused on reducing greenhouse gas emission, in particular by 47% conditionally and 20% unconditionally below business as usual.
Our plan aims to improve air quality and reduce Nigeria's contribution to climate change through 22 specific mitigation measures in 8 source sectors: transportation, cooking, industry, waste, oil and gas, agriculture, power, and hydrofluorocarbon. The full implementation of these measures would be effective in reducing short-lived pollutants with an 83% reduction in black carbon emission by 2030, compared to a business-as-usual scenario, and 61% reduction in methane emissions.
Meanwhile, Nigeria and the United States should collaborate more to effectively tackle the spread of terrorism, especially in the Sahel region. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated this when he received the visiting Undersecretary for Political Affairs, U.S. State Department, Victoria Nuland, highlighting the need for a more comprehensive approach to tackling terrorism in the region and Sahel. The Vice President noted that the spread of terrorism organizations such as ISWAP and Boko Haram should be tackled firmly and permanently. Vice President described the cooperation between the two countries as extremely fruitful and rewarding, and commends the U.S. government for providing support to Nigeria in its fight against Boko Haram and terrorism. The Vice President also noted that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration's commitment to tackling the country's security challenges and ensuring free, fair, and peaceful election. Laolu Akonde, Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity in the Office of the Vice President, in a press release, stated that the significance of free, fair, and peaceful election, improving security in the Sahel region, and the adoption of gas as transition fuel in developing countries, among other issues of mutual interest, were discussed at the meeting. Giving honor to whom it is due, and that is what the authority of the State House has done by rewarding 4 outstanding staff for hard work and commitment to duty. Permanent Secretary State House Tijani Umar, while presenting the award, says one of the award recipients will be nominated for a national award. State House correspondent G.D. Onifade reports that the event is part of activities marking this year's Civil Service Week.
The award recipients are Muhammad Ramalan, Deputy Director, Human Resource Management, Halima Sheukura, Assistant Director, Accounts, John Okwori, Assistant Chief Executive Officer, Accounts, and Tanimu Lodo, Head Steward.
This award, I want to dedicate it entirely dedicated to the Permanent Secretary.
Tijani Umar, Permanent Secretary, State House, recognized the outstanding staff who, through innovation, patriotic commitment to the civil service and exemplary conduct in their various departments, have contributed to effective service delivery in the seat of government.
First and foremost, it's not about giving money or giving any monetary or non-monetary reward. It's appreciation for people to show that they care and that they know what you are doing is impacting on service delivery.
So what we are being told to do in all the MDs is ensure that the best of the best is celebrated.
While congratulating the recipients, the Permanent Secretary reminded civil servants of their vital role in nation building, noting that the service expects the best and loyalty from them at all times. In the State House, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
The Supreme Court has approved the use of hijab by female Muslim students in government-owned schools in Lagos State. The 7-man panel of justices led by Justice Olukayode Ariwola dismissed the appeal by the Lagos State government and upheld the earlier judgment of the Court of Appeal, which held that the ban on hijab was discriminatory against Muslim students in the state. The court upheld that the ban violated the Muslim students' right to freedom of thought, conscience, religion, dignity of human persons, and freedom from discrimination guaranteed by the Constitution. The Lagos State government had banned the use of hijab, arguing that it was not part of the approved school uniform for pupils. Following the ban, the students filed the suit on May 27, 2015, seeking redress and asked the court to declare the ban as violation of their right to freedom of thought, religion, and education. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has cautioned the intending pilgrim to Mecca and Medina from the state not to engage in any unholy act capable of tarnishing the image of the state and the country. Governor Abiodun gave the warning this Friday while inaugurating the ad hoc committee of the Ogun State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board at the governor's office, Okemoson, Abeokuta. The governor also reminded the pilgrims to know that they are ambassadors of Ogun State and Nigeria, hence the more they see from all illegal and immoral acts that could tarnish the image of the state and that of the country. He charged the pilgrims to sustain the enviable record by obeying all laws of the Holy Land. Abiodun explained that the committee members were carefully selected from a pool of dedicated and spiritually upright Muslims, hence the need for them to commence work in earnest to have an improved Hajj operations this year. He further pointed out that the inauguration of the committee to handle the 2022 Hajj exercise for the state pilgrims was a demonstration of the seriousness that its administration attached to Hajj operation and its import on Muslim faithful in the state, just as it was also part of government commitment to the fulfillment of building our future together agenda. Responding, Chairman of the ad hoc committee, Alhaji Kehinde Lawal, appreciated the governor for the confidence reposed in the members, assuring that they will not disappoint the government and the people of the state, and they will put in their best to achieve the goal. The Amir Hajj, Professor Kamal Balogun, in his remarks noted that it was the first time an Amir was chosen by government without political consideration, assuring that the committee will live up to the expectations of the government and the people of Ogun State. Meanwhile, the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban Memsem, has set up the Ekiti State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal. The tribunal is to hear and determine petitions that may arise from the governorship elections slated for tomorrow, Saturday, June 18, 2022. A statement by the Secretary of the Tribunal, Umar Abubakar, stated that Justice Dongban Memsem took the action pursuant to Section 285, Subsection 2 and 3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and Section 130 of the Electoral Act 2022. The tribunal is to make use of Ekiti State High Court complex. The National Directorate of Employment, NDE, is consolidating on its mandate to provide job opportunities for Nigerians. This is to forestall the relapse of beneficiaries into the labor market. Director General of NDE, Abeokuta, said that this at the inspection of some NDE training workshop and skill acquisition centers in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Yemisi Ajagun monitored the exercise and brought back this report.
Adetunji Olowe, a physically challenged, is one of the beneficiaries of the National Directorate of Employment Skill Acquisition Program in Oyo State, who has in turn trained over 100 people for skill acquisition.
I think it's clear now that everyone has seen so much benefits in vocational skills, in acquiring skills.
The program, which is one of the efforts of the federal government to mitigate unemployment in the society, is no doubt achieving its purpose.
I've trained more than 20, and presently I have about 12 trainees with me.
I was once a training under the NDE. By His grace, when I finished my tenure, they said to me a bit.
The Director General of the NDE, Malam Abubakar Nuufikpo, represented, encouraged unemployed youth to key into the program.
I believe that improved funding will help us to do much more in the area of employment generation, wealth creation, and poverty reduction in the country.
Since the establishment of the scheme in November 1986, NDE has lifted hundreds of thousands out of poverty across the nation. In Ibadan, Yemisi Ajagun, NTA News.
You are still tuning to Channel 12 News on NTA Abeokuta. More news after the break. Please stay.
God! Me, wait, don't they hungry? Everybody knows, say, I be real person. Even for my acting. Now, original. Enjoy my people. As now they see me so, I know they joke with anything where they bring rich flavor, totori nutrition, and great taste. Like my Checkers custard make 3-in-1, the Totorica, Banga, and rich custard.
Can someone get these two out of my set now?
Good thing good, I beg. I no go lie. This na custard.
Checkers. Na custard be that.
Thanks for being there. The remains of late Deaconess Oluwatobi Owolabi have been committed to Mother Earth with a call on Christians who desire to inherit the kingdom of God to always examine their ways so as to be in conformity with the dictates of God. Muiwa Omoumi was at the funeral service held at the Living Faith Church, Quarry, Abeokuta. His report is presented in this package.
It was a solemn gathering at the Living Faith Church, Quarry, Abeokuta, as family members, friends, and close associates of late Deaconess Oluwatobi Owolabi, who came from far and near, converged on the church premises to bid the departed faithful farewell. In a sermon entitled Heaven's Gains, Pastor Emmanuel Ede of Living Faith Church explained that it is usually a time of celebration whenever believers of Christ goes home to the Lord, because he or she have gone to rest eternally at the bosom of God, adding that only those who are not born again are usually worried after death.
She was not a bench woman in the kingdom. She was actively involved.
Her remains was later committed to Mother Earth at the church cemetery, where her children and family members performed the door-to-door rites.
She's very prayerful, lost in the service of God, highly liberal. Every battle I have ever won in my life, we won together.
I would describe my mom as a very humble, a very loving, and a very caring person. I mean, those three characters are very distinct of her.
She's devoted to her husband and also in the things of God. And I can't really say this is what I miss about her, because I miss her a lot. I miss every part of her. She was an example to me.
Very sad for losing my mom right now, and I really wish she could just live longer.
She's the one person that is so kind,
So careful. So lovely.
Earlier, a Christian wake was held where her exemplary Christian life was extolled. The late Deaconess Oluwatobi Owolabi, until her death, was the CEO of a plant-selling firm at NTA Abeokuta and was also the financial secretary and treasurer of the Plant Sellers Association of Alara unit at different times. Age 50, the disease was survived by husband and children.
And that's how much time you permit us to serve you on our news tonight. We thank you for watching. Good night.
Me, we don't dey hungry.
Èmi Ghana, oyin ti fẹ́ máa kọ́ mi.
Everybody knows say I be real person, even for my acting. Now original. Enjoy my people. As now they see me so, I know they joke with anything where they bring rich flavor, totori nutrition, and great taste. Like my Checkers custard make 3-in-1, the Totorica, Banga, and rich custard.
Can someone get these two out of my set now?
Good thing good, I beg. I no go lie. This na custard.
Checkers. Na custard be that.